Alright, how's it going? It's wow, this is kind of embarrassing. The same thing happened, almost the same thing happened to my to this Shadow Dagger as my M9 bayonet did. What I did was I already recorded a giant build vlog, or it wasn't really giant, but it was a build vlog, and it was me detailing the steps of going through making this knife. Except after I'd recorded it, the entire camera roll crashed and it became unretrievable, and I couldn't retrieve the video file. It was all deleted. It was all gone. And right now I'm trying to record a build vlog for at least one Shadow Dagger, and all you have to do is repeat what I did. Right. So this is going to be the build vlog for the Shadow Dagger, and what I did here was I just sketched out the shape of the Shadow Dagger on a piece of paper. It's really easy to find a template or a picture where you can use as the base of the Shadow Dagger, and just trace it on. It's really easy to find. Just type in Shadow Dagger CSGO on Google Images, and you're gonna find something really soon. Even the default picture, even the showcase picture, is almost 2D enough to the point where you can just sketch that out and you can cut that. And that's beside the point. What I'm cutting right now is 2 layers of hardened 110-pound cardstock paper. This video got delayed heavily. Sorry about that. Schoolwork has also piled up heavily at the same time. The Shadow Daggers kind of got released for me. So yeah, sorry about that. Schoolwork has been taking up a lot of my time. I've seen a lot of other people make paper Shadow Daggers on YouTube, and to be honest, there's a couple of them that are really good. I think his name was Jet Singer or something. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but his knife was really good. The common problem that I've been seeing with a lot of people's knives, with a lot of people's Shadow Daggers, is the fact that they're all really big. If you guys don't know, for me, my Shadow Dagger's blade, it's about the size of my pinky. A lot of people's Shadow Daggers look really large in my opinion. I'm not sure if it's just me, but their blades seem to be really big. So, I don't know. It might have just been me. Just wanted to say something. I know I haven't said this at all. I really haven't said this at all, but I really am appreciative of my subscribers. I'm really appreciative of the amount of people that are watching my videos and are liking my videos. I really do appreciate it. I know I don't say it, and I know I can never say it enough to all of you people, but I really do appreciate it. It's a really good feeling knowing that there are people out there in the world that think what you do, or that think that enjoy what you do just as much as you enjoy doing it. And it really is a good feeling, and it really, if you're a YouTuber with a lot of subscribers, then honestly it feels obligatory. You really have to say thank you, or it's just not cutting it. It's just not justice. So I really don't say it enough. I know I don't, and I really will try to say it more, if you guys, because you guys really do deserve it. But really, I am thankful. To me, you guys mean, your comments and your likes and everything, they mean a lot. They mean a lot. Going into building paper models like this, I really was expecting a lot of cynical comments, a lot of a lot of negative comments about what I do, but you guys proved me wrong. And you know, because of you subscribers, I enjoy doing this a lot more than I ever would have in doing it alone. Now that the formalities are over, let's get back to the actual knife at hand. To be honest, this knife doesn't really have to be that thick, and the reason is because it's small. The blade is very small, it's very compact, and not to mention, at its base, it is very thick. And by thickness, I mean like the width of the blade from edge to edge, from cutting edge to cutting edge. It's a very thick base. The base, like, so bottom line is, this knife doesn't have to be extremely thick. My other knife, like a Huntsman, it's really big compared to the Shadow Dagger. So yes, it did need a lot more layers. Sure, I may have used a lot more layers than I could have. You know, I could have used half the amount of layers on the Huntsman than what I have right now. But to be honest, I like it with more layers. I like it with its durability. I like that durability. You know, it's nice to have. It's nice to put a lot more work into something and have that work last a lot longer than, you know, just making something really quick and throwing it away a couple weeks later. Now I know I've said a lot of things that don't really pertain to the Shadow Dagger in this build vlog, but that's because there really isn't that much explaining that I feel like I have to do for this Shadow Dagger. All I'm really doing is just cutting out this simple template that most people on YouTube already have figured out how to do. There's a lot of Shadow Daggers out there that have already done, they've already gone through the same process of, through the same exact, almost the exact same template that I'm doing right now. They've, like, honestly, it's almost the exact same. I guess the only tip that I would say for people that are building it is to cut out the holes first. But other than that, there really is no tip. It's just do it like everyone else did, I guess. Plenty of other, and I would say better tutorials out there. Okay, so the knife put together is, well, the interior of it at least is going to look a little bit like this. 2 layers, 2 layers, 2 layers. Excuse me. That was a hiccup. Ultimately, it's going to be collectively, the interior at least, it is going to be 6 layers of hardened paper. See, each support is 2 layers, so 2 supports that are 2 layers each is 4 layers, and 1 center piece that is also 2 layers, which equals 6 layers. This is what the knife is going to look like, almost. And it's actually going to look like this, with the bevel and everything, but you get the point. In any case, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a sheet of 1 layer of hardened paper, and I'm going to cut out the full knife template again. I'm going to take this and I'm going to trace it out again, and I'm going to cut out 2 of these, and I'm going to glue it over this entire thing to make a panel and have it look beveled like this one. Although this is a very thin blade, so you don't see the bevel as easily, but I think you can see it if you look at it at this angle. You can kind of see the bevel right there. Yep. So you can see that bevel exists. It's just really hard to tell because very thin blade, as I said. Oh, whoops. I got stuck. Anyways, what I've done at this point is I've put together the 3 pieces that I have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do some rough sanding. Now just have everything a bit smooth with the edge. Just some simple stuff. And it's cool because it's kind of funny because once you sand, these start getting a little bit elevated. And you can cut these out by lengthening this and just going through it a little bit. Just check that out. And now it is whoa, it's fairly smooth. Yeah, just gotta do the same thing to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing all around. I have a bit more. Oh, this isn't right. I have a bit more narrower thing of sandpaper, and I'm gonna use that for the inside of here, and it works just fine. Right. So now you know what I'm going to do for a bit. It's going to take around 15 or so minutes. Before I do that, I'm going to take some super glue and I'm going to touch up on some of the contact areas. Right, that would be the tip. Now this paper is completely dry, so I have no idea how far the super glue will soak in, but nonetheless, it will help with its hardening a bit. In normal cases, I would apply a lot of super glue right here, but I'm not going to do that until I go and I cut out the panel templates of this 1-layer hardened sheet. And once I apply the panels, then I will apply some super glue in the center right here, which is a high wear area. This center area takes up a lot of stress when you actually hold it in your hand like this. When everything's done, it's going to look more like this, just no paint. Alright, so I've gotten the 2 little panels cut out, and yeah, I cut a little slit right here. Let that focus for a bit. Yeah, okay. So I cut a little slit right there, and that's so that when I put these panels, or put the bevels together, they slant at a slight angle like this. Right? Unfortunately, I didn't do that on this model, because I just kind of just went with it. But either way, I'm going to be gluing this on to this side with just regular Elmer's PVA, school glue, whatever. And just put some on there, and take like a scrap piece or something, and just spread it. Okay. And don't put any on the edge yet, because we're going to get to that later with super glue. And same deal as with any other knife, just apply it to the edges. And you really want to make sure that the bevel is defined at the point where it meets the part that it's not beveled in, like right there. Not the most easiest thing to do, but if you do it right, it turns out beautiful. It's fine if it's not perfect. We're going to sand it down anyway. Anyways, now most of it is finished. I'm just gonna let this dry for a bit. Something that I did off camera was I took my knife and I cut away the excess that was sort of hanging out on the panel layer. And after that, I kind of rough sanded everything down. Wasn't really that hard, just taking a piece of sandpaper and just going through the edges and rough sanding it. And you especially need to sand down the insides of these holes really nicely to it just gives it a better look at the end. And I want to paint it now, but this time I'm gonna try and give it a little Stat Track logo, and I'm gonna give it the number 7. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this masking tape and I'm going to cut a little strip of it, like really thin. I think that should suffice. And I'm going to make a number with it. Okay, so if you guys can't see, I put the number 7 on here. I don't know what it is, I just like the number 7. So, I'm going to try and I'm going to paint over this and see if I get it right. If you don't know, I've already tried this on, on this one, and it didn't really turn out as well as I hoped it would. If it will focus. There we go. The 7 didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. So I'm going to try and do it again with this one, and hopefully it turns out better. I don't really have black paint, spray paint or anything, so I'm going to use an Expo marker. But hopefully this goes well. Just going to quickly paint on that edge. And let's see how the number turned out. It will focus. There we go. That didn't turn out as well as I thought it would. Yeah, no, this is going to be a problem. I'll just have to cover both up and not have a stat track at all in that case. So, well, that was a failure. I really hoped it would work too. As for the other one, well, that one looks a bit better than what this one was, so I guess I'll keep that instead. So, anyways, after I'm done painting this, I guess I'll be done with the knife. After I paint this, I'm going to sand down the edges one more time just to give the edge of the knife the shiny white while the rest is black. So yeah. Another tip is that you may not want to apply super glue excessively before you paint the knife, because Expo marker on super glue doesn't exactly create the best texture. If you did apply super glue a bit excessively to one part, then you might want to sand that down before going in and painting it. Oh my god, it smells like shit. After you're done painting it, just going to sand over the edges a little bit. To give out a fairly smooth edge on the dagger. I'd say that's okay. Now, obviously, since you used expo marker to paint this, right now your knife is going to smell a lot like chemicalized animal feces. I mean, expo marker. So, here's what I do to try and get rid of the smell. I have a thing of ground coffee beans, and it really is just a heap of ground coffee beans. And if you just, let it stay in here, just cover it with it for a solid, 2-3 hours-ish, and the smell really goes away. It gets replaced by the coffee scent, because coffee beans have a really strong scent, and they're really good at leaving their scent behind. Having the knife smell like coffee is a lot better than having a knife smell like shit. That's what I did with this knife, and that's why it's tolerable. So, that concludes the, I guess, build vlog of the Shadow Dagger. It's a pretty simple knife, probably the simplest knife I've ever built. It's the most beginner friendly. That's why I've seen a lot of them on YouTube, probably. In any case, yeah.